Hey guys, it's Josiah here. Welcome back to another episode of Josiah's Grape Reviewers. Today we will be reviewing the Atlanta race that happened this past weekend, and maybe preview for Coda as well. Plenty further ado, let's go and get with it. Yeah, it was a crazy race. There were a triple header. We'll start with the truck race. I wasn't I didn't watch it. I was out doing something, but I kept up with it. Kirschneck has ended up edging out Nick Sanchez for the win. But yeah, it was a crazy race, to say the least. I can't really remember off the top of my head what happened because it was like a week ago. The Xfinity race as well. Oh yeah, that's now I'm starting to remember. There were a lot of cautions in the truck and Xfinity races, which brought out a lot of controversy because people didn't like that. Um, so yeah, that was the truck race. I think all three truck cup and Xfinity races produced a record amount of cautions, or maybe not cup, but I think trucks and Xfinity both produced a record amount of cautions at Atlanta. So there was that. Xfinity was interesting. Austin Hill ended up winning, getting his third win of 2023, which was awesome for him. Hemmer came home second, but not without getting into Kligerman there, which he's my favorite Xfinity driver. That was disappointing to see, but he still got his best friendship colleague. Kligerman still finished fourth backwards, so there's that. Wrecked a lot of good cars, so that's disappointing. Um, but the big highlight came with Josh Williams. He was the star of the show throughout the week. Um, he had some damage from a previous wreck, and a part came off of his car, and he was told to park the car because in the Nascar rules, if that certain part of your car gets off and causes a caution or debris caution, you have to park the car and you're out of the race. So he did, but he parked it on the front straightaway and walked down, pieced out Antonio Brown style. Literally, Antonio Brown actually retweeted it on Twitter and liked it. So, yeah, that was that. He was ended up suspended by one. He was ended up suspending one race. NASCAR announced this weekend. So there was that. He missed the Xfinity race at Coda. It happened today. The Coda truck Xfinity races at Coda did. Cup races tomorrow. So yeah, and he'll be back next week with Richmond. So there was that. That was fun as well. But that wasn't the only penalty. I will get to that in a minute. The Cup race as well. Nothing really happened. The stage cautions happened. Logano won stage one. Then Cindric beat him out in stage two because Logano was stacked up by the lap traffic. And then the two cautions that came out for cause ended up happening. At least the two big ones, I think. Happened first of all at the front of the field with Kevin Harvick. He ended up getting loose while leading, where Chastain was behind him. First, it seemed like that Chastain ended up wrecking Kevin Harvick, but that wasn't the case. Harvick just got loose, and then spun around and collected Barry and a bunch of other guys into their days. And then Almirola also was leading, blew a tire, slammed into Kyle Larson, and Suarez had a flat tire, and other guys ended up wrecking as well. In the end, Brad Keselowski was leading on the final lap, but got passed by Joe Logano, who got a good push from Christopher Bell, and he ended up winning the race to Logano. So Logano won. LaJoy got his career best finish of fourth, so that was cool. Congrats to all of them as well. But the main thing that I want to talk about is there were a lot of penalties that happened throughout the week. I missed the weekend prior at Phoenix, but Byron won the Cup race. But that was big. As not without controversy because it was announced like a week or two ago that HMS was penalized, the biggest combined fine in NASCAR history, $400,000 combined, $100,000 per team. Crew chief suspended for 4 races. Greg Ives is back for the 48, filling in for the 48. I can't remember who else is filling for each other, but and then driver points, owner points, takes all HMS guys outside the top 20 points prior to Atlanta. That was, so that was big. The only driver who didn't get suspended was Josh Berry, Chase Elliott, because Berry's filling in for Elliott. Wouldn't be fair. I think they still got suspended like owner points or something. But Justin Haley's team was also penalized the same penalty. Hamill was also penalized 25 points and I think like $40,000 or $50,000 for slamming into Ross Chastain as a payback or a horrible payback. Didn't really do it too well because he wrecked himself a little bit or kind of took them both out of contention, not just Chastain. I think that was on the final lap or something. It was a weak penalty, as Eric Eastup said. And then obviously Josh Williams got penalized. So it was a lot of penalties this past couple weeks. So that was big right there. I think all of them except Williams. Williams is not going to appeal. He's already gotten his suspension taken care of. But HMS, Haley, and also Hamlin are all going to appeal their penalties. I think HMS's penalty takes place on the 29th of March, and Hamlin's and Haley's are both early April. So there's that. But yeah, a lot of penalties happened. It was madness, to say the least. So there was that. Obviously, what HMS got suspended for was there was on I think it was like before practice or before previous inspection, they had like a part that NASCAR had to confiscate that apparently was illegal, that you can't use, and obviously after the race they were suspended obviously. That brought a lot of controversy because it's very different to Brad Keselowski's penalty that he deserved or that he got last year after Atlanta and when he went to R&D. This was like I don't know. It was just it was crazy. It's crazy. Okay, I don't know. It's been like a week or two, and I'm very lazy. That's why I haven't been posting on YouTube. I'm just lazy, but I'm trying to come back. Tomorrow I'll probably talk about free agency. I plan to make it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. The Chuck and Xfinity races at Coda happened, but I'll do it probably just give reviews of it. Maybe throughout the week after the Cup race. So look forward to that. But yeah, that's basically gonna do it for this episode of Josiah's Group Reviews. Yeah, second year for Atlanta Super Speedway, and already controversy. That's not good. I think NASCAR or Speedway, Marcus Smith, owner of Speedway, is trying to make more super speedway races with Kansas, Texas. That's going to be controversial. I mean, Atlanta races were good last year, but not this year, and we still have one more race of the Atlanta to run in July. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe NASCAR will do a better job of that. I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be for just good reviews. Hope you guys enjoy it. Smash like, subscribe, all you want. That's Cloud. Just suggestion, yada yada yada. Anyway, I'll see you guys for whenever the heck the next video will be. Maybe it was tomorrow or not, but we'll see. See you guys. Bye.